Hi, this is Presh Talwalkar. This riddle is a logic puzzle, and it assumes that the characters can reason with absolute precision, so pay attention to the details of the story. Alice and Bob are trapped by an evil logician. In their cells, Alice can see exactly 12 trees, and Bob can see exactly 8 trees. They're told that together they can see all the trees in the prison, but that no tree is seen by both people. Neither person knows how many trees the other person sees. Every day, the logician visits Alice in her cell in the morning and asks, "Are there 18 or 20 trees in total?" If Alice knows the answer, she can say, but if she doesn't know, then she's going to pass. In that case, the logician then visits Bob in his cell and then asks the same question. If Bob knows, he can give the answer, otherwise he also is going to pass. If they both pass, then the same process is repeated the next day. Now at some point they're going to want to guess because they don't want to keep passing and staying in prison forever. However, if either person doesn't know and they guess incorrectly, then they're both going to be imprisoned forever. If either person does know and guesses correctly, then they're both going to be set free immediately. Now they can't communicate with each other the number of trees that they see, but the question is, can they do better than random chance? Can they do better than just guessing 18 or 20? If they both understand the rules of the game, can they escape and reason their way out with certainty? Give this problem a try, and when you're ready, keep watching the video for the solution.
I have to be right back once again. I didn't Google. Can they escape with certainty? Yeah. Are there 18 or 20 trees in total? Well, Alice is asked after. No, Bob is asked after. Bob can see 8. So Bob is gonna assume that since he can see 8, either Alice can see 12 or 10 trees. 12 or 10 trees. And if no, I don't know. I mean, I bet it is possible, or he wouldn't have phrased it, but
So at first it seems impossible. Alice just sees 12 trees, so she doesn't know if they're 18 or 20 trees, and Bob only sees 8 trees, so he doesn't know if they're 18 or 20 trees, and it doesn't seem like they can ever figure it out because all they see is the number
I would. If I take my time, I could solve this, but we got fucking so many links. I don't have time to
of trees in front of them.
10 minutes.
However, what happens is that each day when they give an answer, that actually conveys information to the other person. So let's start out on day 1. When Alice is asked the question, do you see 18 or 20 trees? if she saw 19 or 20 trees, she could exclude the answer of 18, and she could actually conclude that there were 20 trees. What Alice does see is she only sees 12 trees, so she has to pass. However, the fact that she passes actually conveys to Bob that Alice is not seeing 19 or 20 trees. She actually sees at most 18 trees.
What? No, she cannot see 18 trees because he asks, is that 18 or 20 trees in total? And if she sees 18 trees, then it's not, because he has fucking 8.
So this information gets conveyed to Bob. If Bob only saw 0 or 1 trees, knowing that Alice saw at most 18 trees, Bob could conclude that there were 18 trees. However, Bob sees more than 0 or 1 trees. He actually sees 8 trees, so he's not sure if they're 18 or 20 trees, so he's going to want to pass. But the fact that he passes actually relays the information to Alice, that Alice says, all right, logically, Bob must not have seen 0 or 1 trees. He must have seen at least 2 trees. So we've actually gained some information on the fact that each person has passed on day 1. And this information can be built upon on day 2. Now, Alice knows that Bob sees at least 2 trees. So if Alice saw 17 or 18 trees, she would actually know that there would have to be 20 trees. However, since Alice only sees 12 trees, she once again has to pass. But that conveys to Bob that Bob realizes, all right, Alice must not have seen 17 or 18 trees. She must have seen at most 16 trees. Knowing this, if Bob saw 2 or 3 trees, then Bob would actually be able to say, all right, there must be 18 trees, because 20 trees would not be possible. 2 or 3 plus 16 would never get to 20. But since Bob sees actually 8 trees...
2 weeks later, yeah, alright. Very good. Tree Hunter.